Hi, it's Caius. Welcome to the Toronto Motor... I cannot talk. Let's start that again. Boop. Hi, it's Caius. Welcome to the Toronto Motorcycle Film Festival Awards presentation. I'm super excited to have some of the directors from the winning films that I'm going to bring online shortly. And grateful to have you join us. It's been a really great 10 days. Thank you to everyone that participated in the film festival, that tuned in and watched all of the movies. I cannot thank you enough. We got some really positive feedback, and that was really great to hear, because at the start of it all, it was a little bit worrisome to see how everything will work, if people will enjoy this virtual experience. But all in all, I think it went quite well. I'm going to bring on to the stream over here Sophia. Ooh, let me hide everybody else. Hi, Sophia.
Hi. Who wants to miss that? Let's see, put my head there. There we go. Yes, hello, everyone. Seems
Hi.
I'm taking up the screen.
Yeah.
Live from my dad's place up in Northern Ontario.
Nice.
I missed the beginning, so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been participating in this year's precedent-setting Toronto Motorcycle Film Festival, and tell you how much we enjoyed watching all the films, but also while the festival was going on, getting the updates every day, Caius's newsletters, and also just knowing that everyone was out there enjoying the films as much as we had a chance to enjoy them ahead of time and have to keep our secrets.
Thanks, Sophia. So Sophia, as everyone knows, is a member of our judging panel. So it was Sophia Vasilyaris, it was Kirsten Medura, Scott Wilson, and Dustin Woods. So the four of them had what sounds like a fun job of watching all of the films, I'm sure multiple times, and then having to rate and score all of them. So it's not as much fun as one might think. It's quite a lot of work, to be honest with you. But thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. So we're going to try something different too. As we bring on people, if you've got comments and want to share any information or have a question for anybody, by all means, jump in the comments and let us know, and we'll pop them up on screen. Can't talk tonight. And also, if you want to join this live chat, we're going to try that too, see how that works. Then let us know too, and I'll email you a link, and then we'll bring you onto the video. So with that said, let's start the awards. Sophia, anything before I get started with the first one?
Well, it's always a difficult choice because, as Caius mentioned, as you mentioned, Caius, we do watch the films by ourselves, even at the best of times when COVID is not restricting our movement. We do watch the films away from one another, and sometimes we need to revisit them. Sometimes often we want to revisit them, but it is a lot of hours of film watching, and there's definitely a lot of inspiration that's gone into all of them. So it's always a pleasure. They've been selected already to be in the festival, so already there's been a process of recognizing that they are standout submissions by having them be accepted when others are not. So I guess I want to say that right away, we're watching a fantastic selection of films. But yes, awards as being what they are, we like to mention some that stand out even more for various reasons. So I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks, Sophia. So why don't we get started then with the Best Canadian Film? All right. So for Best Canadian Film, we had Biker Bob's Posthumous Adventure, The Pilgrimage, and the last one was A Road Less Traveled. And the winner of Best Canadian Film is, drum roll please, All right, so Best Canadian Film goes to Biker Bob's Posthumous Adventure. I'm not controlling the screen very well. I want to hide these people. Make it a surprise. You didn't see that. Nothing happened here. All right, so unfortunately, Kat Mills, who's the director of that, isn't able to join us. She's having Thanksgiving with her family. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to our Canadian friends out there. Congratulations, Kat, and congratulations to Joella, who's the producer of that film. All right, Sophia, do you want to do the honors for Best Short Film?
Sure. Best Short Narrative? Is that what you mean?
No, overall film, Best Short Film.
Oh, I'd have to go check everything. Everything's amazing.
Okay, I'll do that one then.
Where are my notes? This is a very honest, obviously unrecorded and unrehearsed broadcast. Caius, why don't you present that since I just blanked?
I will. All right, sure thing. So the winner for Best Short Film is Reappear, directed by Tommy Clark. Tommy, congratulations. Oh, you're on mute, mate. There we go.
Thank you very much indeed.
Wait, I got something special here. Yeah, I can. Hang on a second. There we go. Some confetti. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Tommy, you're joining us from where?
Really, it does mean a lot. I'm joining you from Martinique in the Caribbean, which is where I'm currently based. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I mean, I really do appreciate you joining us for this. And I want to congratulate you for the Best Short Film Award. Reappear was a beautifully told story. I think all of us absolutely, not I think, all of us absolutely loved it. The cinematography, the storyline, the acting, everything. It was just so touching. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much for the kind words. It was more than a team effort. All the compliments you just given go to show how amazing the crew were, the actors were. It was just 5 days of bliss right before COVID kicked in. So we wrapped on a Friday, and by the next Wednesday, restrictions were coming in on travel. So we got it just in time. And as I mentioned to you before, this was the first festival we submitted to. So it is my first ever festival, my first ever short film, and I'm beyond honored to be taking the award home from this.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. So Sophia, can I hand it over to you for Beth's short documentary?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm sorry. Reappear. Thank you very much. If Caius, maybe you'll pop back on the screen to tell me if I'm allowed to say a few things to the winner of Reappear or the winner.
Go for it. By all means, please do.
I think if I'd like to say thank you to the director, but also just generally speaking to everyone and anyone who's watching this, what is a pleasure is to see more. And I said best narrative because I was thinking about Reappear. And that was a real treat. I think it was both to the judges and I'm sure also to the general audience, was watching a film, a narrative built around the mystique of a motorcycle and just being swept up in a beautiful story that had lots of layers. It was really gorgeous, but also it involved a motorcycle, which was like a double pleasure. So I hope more people are encouraged, having seen what can be done with a motorcycle involved in a narrative. We know there are other films out there, but we don't get as many of them in the festival, as many as the documentaries that we also enjoy. Anyway, sorry about that. I just segueing to the best short documentary. Roll the clip. And there it is, Fast Eddie, directed by Brenna Eckerson, and her fabulous team. I think her husband is the cinematographer. Is that right? Right, Brenna?
Yeah.
Did I get that?
Yeah, he is. Yes, Kyle Palo is also on this live stream.
I decided I'm just going to put everyone on screen and make my life a little bit easier over here.
Like it's like the Brady Bunch. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look over.
So this is Brenna, and I'm just going to bring in Kyle, and that's
Hi.
Kyle.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, thank you guys so much. Thank you. We're really super excited. I mean, like, I second all of Tommy's emotions by way of being honored just to be included in the Toronto, Motorcycle Film Festival. But was really excited that that Ed's story resonated with everyone. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, it means so much to us that that Ed's story is important to other people and means something to them.
Well, I'd say congratulations for making that come to life, because
thanks.
You can have a wonderful subject, but I think you really need to give yourselves credit for being able to capture everything that he is for people who might never have gotten the chance to know him. So
yeah, hopefully, I think our goal too is just to give somebody, or give motorcycle riders in general, something to strive for. Like, we could only be so lucky to live until we're almost 100 and still be riding and enjoying two-wheel.
Every day.
Unbelievable.
Riding every single day.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Brenna and Kyle is your outfit, Heyday Union. When I read about it, if I remember correctly, I think your idea is to focus in on these stories of bringing young and old together. Is that correct?
It is. That was something that we started Heyday Union, which essentially is like our production company, and we started it as a bridge of older generations and younger generations that might have a shared passion. And this is Fast Eddie is our first film outside of within that within that union, if you will, and we hope to be able to do more, whether it would be motorcycle riding or other passions. But yeah, that was something, because we've become pretty much lifelong friends with Ed since making the film, and it's something that we felt like was really important to us, that we're all kind of young at heart, essentially. And it's it on some level, if you're passionate about something, it's like time is kind of suspended when you have a shared passion. So that was the whole idea of Heyday Union, was to unite older and younger generations with and telling stories about the passions that unite them.
I love that, because I think we've got so many great stories out there. And both, like in the United States and Canada, I mean, everywhere really has got such a rich history, especially in the motorcycling world. So it's great because we're not aware of it. I remember a couple of years back, I went to a Motorcycle Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and it was my first time, and it was amazing because you got to learn about the life of these people and everything that they've contributed to our community. So I absolutely loved that, and I thought at the time it would be so great if there was some avenue that we could share these stories with. So I love what you guys are doing. I think that's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
I forgot to do this. You need some confetti too. There you go. All right. Sophia, can I ask you to do the best feature film?
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
This is so exciting. Do I get confetti or no? I didn't do anything.
Hang on. I'll give you this. How about that?
Okay. Woo! Like fireworks. So,
Yeah.
Best feature. This is exciting. This was a contentious category. Am I allowed to talk about? Not contentious.
Yeah, sure.
It was really hard to decide. Wow. This is my second year enjoying being part of the panel, but I may or may not have eavesdropped. Really? Wow. Everything's okay. Nobody panic. Anyway, listened in. Let's just stick with that. Listened into other debates over feature films, and I'm gonna guess that this was one of the ones that went on for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Because they were amazing. The ones that were in the running, and but we're really, really excited to congratulate the makers of. Is this good for suspense? Fantastic. So there it is, The Space Between. And there's Giselle. There you go.
Yes, joining us is one of the executive producers.
She's about to be showered
Giselle
with confetti in a beautiful place where she...
Oh, yes, confetti for Giselle. One
confetti,
second. Here we go.
There we go.
Giselle, you're on mute. If you can unmute, please. There we go.
Yeah, I have a very poor connection, but thank you so much, Kayas and everybody at the festival. This is amazing. And I shared the news this morning with the religion sports team, and they were like so grateful and excited. So thank you on behalf of Gautam Chopra, of Mark Reinhardt, the director, and and everybody. So yeah, all I can say is just we're beyond amazed by this. So thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Giselle. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the People's Choice winner. So at the end of every movie, there's a box that pops up where you can rate every movie that you saw from 5 stars down to 1 star. And I kept droning in that message with almost every newsletter that I would send out to please go back, rate the movies, because we're going to tabulate the results, and the winner's going to get the People's Choice Award, so the fan favorite movie. And it's a pretty coveted award. And I'm very, very pleased to announce that the winner of the People's Choice Award is... Congratulations, Dylan Wikrama, joining us from Switzerland. Congratulations. Let me get you some confetti. There we go. Confetti for Dylan. Dylan, you're on mute. Oh, there we go. Now you're unmuted. Sorry, you were muted before, Dylan.
Wow. Yeah, it's what an honor to win a prize at the film festival. I mean, it's almost 2 o'clock here in Switzerland in the morning. So probably you will not see my emotions because it's all drowned down. But I can assure you that I am really, really thrilled to receive this award. I mean, especially to all the people who watched the movie and appreciated it, and who voted for it. I'm really, really grateful for. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so now we're all online here. Am I dropping everyone? I got everyone? Yes, okay. Yay. I'm just gonna pop in this one comment that came up. So just happy Thanksgiving. In Canada, it's Thanksgiving weekend. So some of us are full with turkey. That's like me. And others are full with wine. That's like Sophia. So just happy Thanksgiving to all our Canadian watchers. And thank you 123 VLC for the comment about the hard work going into the festival. We really appreciate that. Thank you. Anything else, Sophia?
Well, it's really nice to meet you. I'm like, I really feel like this is the Brady Bunch, if you all know that reference, the sort of cubes. So I'm looking up at Dylan and saying, wow. Like, if anyone watching right now, for some reason, hasn't seen this film by this man right here, you should see this film. It's, well, I don't even, I want to ask you 1,000 questions. I couldn't listen in, and I haven't watched the YouTube video yet where you're interviewed, but I want to, and I encourage everyone to watch all the YouTube interviews and videos, but Dylan, you're alive. That's amazing. So congratulations. And on top of that, you managed to make a movie. And did you ever not drop the camera in the water? Like, how did you not drop the camera in the water ever?
No, it nearly happened a few times, but of course, you know, I wasn't out there to make a film. So I never worried about dropping the camera into the water. I mean, of course, it was, I held on to it very dearly, but no, it's it took me like 4 years after having finished the journey to be told by someone, hey, you should make a film with it.
Wow.
So, so that's how it happened. But I'm happy that I gathered all the material I had, and looked at it and tried to tell the story the best way possible. It wasn't an easy one, because I had to work like a year and a half to create that film, because I didn't really film systematically. I just happened to film whatever that I saw, and only few seconds of whatever I saw, because I was scared that my battery would run out. So I had to, because I didn't carry any spare batteries. So anyway, when the road ends, it became a film, and now I even have an award.
That's right. I have a question for you, Tommy. How did you decide to make this movie? So you're a photographer by trade. I don't know if you've done any films in the past. Is this your first venture into filmmaking?
Definitely in the writer and director seat. I had a small dabble in the world. I got to be in Game of Thrones, if you guys have seen Game of Thrones.
Yes, I remember that, reading that.
I was the leader of the Dothraki army in the show, in the last season of it, for about 2 minutes. And that was my first real taste of film away from photography. And it was addictive. I loved the fact that one side of the camera, you had all these people dressed up, creating this moment, and behind it was people having coffees and being normal. And it was just this magical sort of division. And I went home and realized that I wanted to be involved in that world, but not in front of the camera myself. I was done with that. And got writing. I realized as a no one director, no one's going to give me a script that I'm going to make a film of their stuff. So I researched how to write. That was literally the first thing I typed in Google. How do you write a film? And I found a great producer, and he's like, let's make a short film to start with. And it went from there, really. And then I wrote, and I ride a Royal Enfield at home. I'm a photographer by trade. I shoot on film. So if you've seen the film, you realize everything in it is things that I love. And they do always say, write about what you know. So the film is a bit of a love letter to what I know in my life and what I've experienced in the last 10 years or so, just jam-packed into 13 minutes.
It's beautiful. Did the story come from something in your life, or somebody's life that you know?
Loosely, yeah. I had a very fond of an uncle of mine who passed away probably 10 or 12 years ago now. And he was the first guy that I saw riding motorbikes. He used to take photos on film cameras and would always tell me film's better than digital. And so, although it's not autobiographical about him, I guess, inspired. I used to remember him turning up on his motorbike at my mum and dad's house and thinking, God, that's a really cool bike. It was a big Harley, and I was like, I want to be riding one of those one day. And I ended up going down the Royal Enfield route for a while. And there's just such a artistic, just the beauty of motorbikes for me I wanted to capture. And the way that a lot of us, I don't know if everyone rides that I'm talking to in the Brady Bunch here, but you get really attached to something. And the story came from the son appreciating so much that his dad was attached to this bike that he wanted to cheer his mum up just with that one photo that they both held so close to their hearts. So the bike's a special thing, and vintage bikes even more. There's such stories, and looking at the rest of the films in the festival, there's such an emotion attached to bikes that I tried to capture in a scripted film rather than a documentary, and hopefully it came across a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as I had mentioned to you before, your movie left me wanting more, and I know you're hoping that you'll be able to turn this into perhaps a feature. I hope that happens for you, because there's so many different angles that you can explore in the story, right? Like with the father and the mother, and then the new relationship that's being built.
Back do you start it?
I want more.
Well, guys, you have to come on as a producer and help out, maybe.
Yeah, so if somebody has a pocket full of money,
a very deep pocket. I've understood how much
spread it to
films
all
take to
of
make
our
now.
filmmakers.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But also, can I just mention how beautiful some of the other short films were? I watched Biker Bob with a tear in my eye from the beginning to the end of it. It was absolutely special. And the trees, the wind, and the birds, the cinematography in that was just, the landscapes were exceptional. I just wanted to make sure I said that I thought they were fantastic.
Thank you. Okay, so with that, does anyone have any closing words or comments, or should we wrap this up?
Well, thank
Caius,
you from me.
Thank you to you. Thank you. I was going to say thank you for organizing it and celebrating all of these films and filmmakers and all the stories. And same goes to you, Sophia, and the rest of the panel. Like, you guys put in a lot of hard work that we all recognize and really appreciate.
It gives me an immense amount of pleasure to hear the feedback from our audience when they watch these movies. I often pull my hair the last couple of months of the festival because it really is a little bit too much. But then when I hear feedback after people watch some of the films and how they loved it or it touched them in some way, it makes it all worthwhile. I know it sounds corny to say that, but it's the truth. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, have yourself a wonderful rest of the weekend, and good luck, Tommy. Good luck, Brenna. And I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, Dylan.
Bye.
Bye, Kyle.
Bye-bye.